Go for it, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a special edition of the Sober Swole podcast. My name is Jake Howard.
And my name is Paul Rowe.
Before we get into introducing our special guests, we're going to give some special shout outs. God, yeah, the dogs are outside. Nice. We're going to give some shout outs to some companies. Give some love to Royalty Nutrition. To help me do that, I'm going to bring on Warhorse.
Hey, it's Warhorse. Do you want your workouts to look like this? Or do you want your workouts to slay? When Warhorse picks his pre-workout, he wants it to slay. If you want second place, go with somebody else. If you want to be a champion, go with Royalty Nutrition.
Those big old pecs. Yeah.
Oh, the sound's there. The sound is definitely there on the playback. It just doesn't do it in real time here.
Can you give me like a finger count?
Oh, you're good. Go for it. Go for it, bro.
Oh, it's already over?
Oh, we're professionals, man.
Yeah.
That's right. RoyaltyNutrition.com. Check them out. They're a veteran-owned and operated supplement company that helps you get to your fitness goals. No fake promises. No cheaping out on ingredients in their supplementations. Use the discount code 37HAKE to save you 15% on your entire order. Now, I'd like to give some love to Gorilla Gains. That's gorilla-gains with a Z.com, an apparel company for in and out of the gym, made out of high quality sewing. Anyway, I love them. I wear them all the time. And they also make great lifting equipment that helps keep you safe while you train. I used their lifting straps today because I was doing deadlifts like a grown man out in my garage. Use the discount code JAKE15 to save you 15% on your entire order. Deep breath. All right. Let's give some love to the FitOps Foundation. That's fitops.org. The FitOps Foundation is a not-for-profit organization that helps veterans rediscover their purpose after their active duty military training through friendship, camaraderie, learning how to cope, and problem-solving skills. Check them out at fitops.org. If you're looking for a great not-for-profit to donate to, check out fitops.org/donate. Paul, that's all I got to talk about, man. Hit it.
Rock on. Well, first and foremost, I'm going to go ahead and give a shout out to Advanced Physical Therapy, and more specifically, Mandy. Don't know her last name, but she's the only physical therapist there. She owns the joint. She's amazing at what she does. I was just in there a couple days ago, again, still dealing with this back pain, and she just pops those hips right back into place. And I just found out recently, because of how good she is at her job, that I have a compressed disc. So we're working on that as well. Check them out, advancedphysicaltherapy.com. They're located in Gilbert. Their main streets are Higley and Pecos. Highly recommend if you're looking to get out of pain and not have to go towards the opiates or the drugs or the doctors, just for some good old-fashioned physical therapy, hit them up, advancedphysicaltherapy.com. Next, I want to give a shout-out to my boy, Kyle Summers. It's my brother. I love this man dearly, and the reason why I love him so much is because what he's doing. What he's doing is he works with Purpose Healing Center. And what they are, they're addiction specialty, and they range in excuse me.
What is going on tonight?
Weather, so forgive me if I cough and huck up a lung. Anyways, what Purpose Healing Center is, it's an addiction specialty. They range in a various array of addictions, not only just drugs and alcohol. And they're continuously growing. If you want to check them out, purposehealingcenter.com. Highly recommend. Look up Kyle Summers. He's one of the counselors there. Phenomenal man, loving gentleman, genuine, and is just so caring and such a huge heart. I love him. And so can't speak more highly about him. Last, I'm wearing this shirt on purpose. And if you people can see it, that's my boy Ryan. He passed away when he was 26 years old. Passed away from drinking alone. And what happens in those times is we feel that we cannot reach out and ask for that help that we so desperately need. Well, there's a place that you can do that. Pigeon Coop. That's where I got my early sobriety, man. It's a phenomenal place. Can't say more high regards about it. Pigeoncoop.org. You can check it out online. They have a variety of meetings. You have CA, NA, AA, CMA, HA, whatever anonymous that you're looking for. They have men's meetings, which was my old home group, which was the 4D, Fourth Dimension. If you're looking for a killer men's group, every Sunday night, they are doing it now. I just made confirmation about that a couple days ago. Every Sunday night, 6 p.m., Pigeon Coop. They're located on Rule in the 60, just behind Denny's. There's an AMF bowling alley in there as well. Check it out, because I'm telling you, I know it may seem to be the hardest thing in the world, and when I say this, I'm speaking from experience, and the gentlemen that are on this podcast with me can contest this. It can be hard as shit to reach out for help. But don't be too late, man. It's never too late. Last is we got the Grand Chameleon. And who is the Grand Chameleon? The Grand Chameleon is DJ Swirl. And what is DJ Swirl do?
DJ Swirl.
DJ Swirl owns Buy to Buy Studios and owns Buy to Buy. And Buy to Buy is BUYTOBYE. He has a multitude of things that he does. Not only does he host our amazing show, Sober Swole Podcast, and does everything that is unimaginable that me and Jake could never dream in a million years of doing ourselves, handles it like a boss. Not to mention, this guy fucking moves things too, man. Not only does he move things, but he does it so well and doesn't damage things, gets things there on time, doesn't fuck up anything in the house. This guy is so good at what he does, he doesn't have to advertise. I'm doing the advertising for him. And I'm telling you, our 6 listeners that are listening right now, they're going to all want to have some of this fucking Grand Chameleon. Trust me on this. So if you guys are looking to get some shit moved, check him out. Look on all platforms. Buy to Buy. He will help you out. DJ Swirl, Ryan, Grand Chameleon. I can't say more about him. I love the man. Mwah! I'm out. Mic drop.
Are you leaving?
No, I was on such a good roll. I'm sweating.
No, that was the I think that was the best intro
Feeling like
you've
a Southern
ever.
Baptist preacher is the spirit. It took me. But anyway, our guest tonight is a man who I haven't actually spoken to in a long, long time. He's a good man, great corpsman, Doc Q Williams. How you doing, buddy?
Not a day in paradise for me, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Where are you at these days?
I am in Colorado, place I never thought I'd end up. You know, I don't do cold weather, man. After we did what was that training? Exactly, Bridgeport. I was over cold weather. I said never again. That was kind of like the worst 30 days of my life.
Well, that was
what's Bridgeport?
Mountain Warfare School.
Where is it at?
Bridgeport.
Bridgeport, California.
Oh, California.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was when both my knees broke on the same day, and then I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm not re-enlisting." And then I
that was it.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah, man. That place hurt so many people. I was running around, freaking climbing mountains, having to fucking wrap ankles and throw people in the back of trucks. I hated it.
Wasn't it you and Doc G that met me at the top of the mountain that they made me hike to after I almost fell off the mountain?
Yep, I had to run up the mountain. I remember that. I was very angry.
And I'm like walking like an old man, like, "Hey man, I can't bend my knees."
You was like the dad from what's that old show?
King of the Hill. I
Shot
can't
his
fit
shoes
him
off. They need to bring that show back. But yeah, man, that's where I'm at now, Colorado.
Well, good shit. What are you up to in Colorado?
Quite a few places since the military. Right now, I'm the manager for a staffing company, so I run one of the offices out here in Denver. Yeah, it's not too shabby, man. It's babysitting grown men and women every day.
Oh, so nothing.
Exactly.
Last
But
time
I can't beat them though.
Yeah, times have changed. You just can't hit folks anymore.
Right. No, right. What were you saying?
Last time we talked, you were out in Hawaii still, and you were like running Verizon pretty much, right?
Yeah, well, it was a third-party Verizon company. I was the district manager out there in Hawaii. Yeah, we had 3 stores out there. Loved it. That's my kind of weather right there. Every day, 80 degrees. Even when it rains, it's warm. I loved it. How could you be mad, man? It's like you go outside and there's hella rainbows everywhere. Like, how can you be mad in a place like that?
You can't be mad.
I go outside and it's freezing.
Why the hell are you living in Colorado?
I don't know, man. That's a good question. It's just what life took me. You know what I mean? But I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than I thought it was because I lived in Texas right before, and I like this way more than Texas.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's fine. He can walk around and smoke. That's why he likes living in Colorado.
Exactly, right? Got a dispensary right across the street. I can walk to it. And it's a drive-through. You know what I mean? How can you beat that?
I'm already onto his shit. It's we haven't talked in years. We're already right back in.
Some things never change.
No, man.
Well, yeah, I'm enjoying Colorado.
Good. How's your boy?
He's doing great, man. He's 5 now. You know, he's getting to that age where they're really taking on that personality, and you can kind of see who they're going to start to be because the way they treat people and the way they kind of act towards certain things. So it's very fun to watch, man. You know, being a parent is very fun because it's watching a mini you know what I mean? It's like, don't give me that face. I know that face. I invented that face. You know what I mean? So I love it, man. I love him to life.
Good, brother.
He's back in California.
I'm not trying to. Oh yeah, that's another thing. If there's something you don't want to talk about, just say off limits. But how's
I'm an open book.
Hey, I'm just laying it out there out of respect. You know, it's 2021. I forgot to ask you your pronouns though.
Oh yeah, yeah. You didn't ask me my gender. You probably just assumed it, didn't you?
I mean.
Things change.
We hung out for like 4 years. So, I mean, and I'm pretty sure we've seen each other naked at some point. So, I mean.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. A few times.
There's operations.
Pecker checker, right?
Man. You don't know what could have happened between now and then.
It's true. It's true.
Exactly.
What was the name of that?
Snip.
What was the name of that little mousy dude? He was always so super scared of everything. He was little white ginger dude.
Corman?
Yeah.
Oh. I know who you're talking about. He was very small, right? He was like 5 foot.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Very skinny. Oh.
He was the one that ratted out that one dude for doing. He was the dude that ratted out that other cat and hit Huff and Duster.
The air puff, right? Yeah. I can't remember his name, man. I haven't even thought of that in a long time. What makes you bring him up?
Well, because we were talking about pecker checkers and seeing each other naked, and I was like, that was the dude. So I went down as a heat casualty because I totally wasn't drinking out in the field. Of course not. And then, you know, they checked me out there and it's like, yeah, your core temperature is way too high. You know, they did the old silver bullet up the butt. So they sent me back to the rear, and he was the only corpsman that was there at BAS. Mm-hmm. So they had to check my temperature a bunch until it went down, and he couldn't figure out how to do it. Like, he kept putting the thermometer in upside down, and he had to go get now retired Chief Tossetti and be like, I don't know what I'm doing. So this man violated me repeatedly.
Is that why you brought him up? Because of some trauma?
I mean, it's just weird, sometimes just memories pop up in your head and you're like, son of a bitch.
Right. It's crazy. Just randomly, like, damn, man. Can't believe that happened.
That motherfucker really liked my ass.
Are you playing with your balls?
Repeatedly violated me.
Yep. Never in my life. No, I'm wearing my my awesome short shorts.
Oh.
And I noticed an ingrown hair
Like
and I was
short
killing
shorts.
it. Oh yeah, dude, look at this. Like,
Oh, check. Now you styling. That's what I'm talking about.
dude, I've embraced this fucking suburban dad life so hard. I've got like ridiculous Hawaiian shirts up in the closet and everything, man.
That's what I'm talking about. The Tommy Bahamas, ready to go.
Oh hell no, man! I grew up fucking poor as shit. I got them from like Walmart and
Next best thing, right?
yeah, really not comfortable or soft to wear at all. Just nice and scratchy.
Right. Polyester.
Oh man.
Ow.
So, all right, I guess. Fuck it. Let's just get into it. How'd today go for you, man?
How today go for me?
Yeah, how deep were you involved with the news and all that shit?
You know, man, when you smoke marijuana, the world becomes a very funny place, right? And when you're sober, it can be very sad. And when you smoke, man, and just because when at first I was watching it, like, man, I can't believe this is happening. Then I smoked, and I was like, this is fucking hilarious. Like, I can't believe these people are storming the Capitol, because you hear it, right? It's like people are storming the Capitol. It's like, okay. And then you actually see that. It's like, oh shit, people are storming the Capitol, right? And then you see pictures. People are actually inside, running around, taking pictures, stealing shit. Like I said, a guy stole a podium. Like, what are you gonna do with this podium? Like, why are you running around with this podium? Like, it's just fucking ridiculous. Like today, I never thought I would witness anything like this. This whole year has been, first experiences, like a pandemic. Who would have thought? Right? They shut down the whole economy. You know what I mean? Who would have thought that they can? I didn't even know they can even do that. Who would have thought? It's like everybody, you're staying home. The whole country, you're grounded. You know what I mean? But, today has been very interesting. I've never seen it. I never thought I would see anything like that, not in real life. I saw it in a movie.
Yeah. And then there was then there was a half-naked Viking guy running around.
Exactly.
And then they shot that one chick. Did you see that?
A woman died today, yeah.
She sure did. And that was some not being aware of. It was definitely a target-rich environment, but I think that was probably more of an ND than something on purpose, though, too, because they shot her in the back of the neck. I think that was a cop with the itchy finger that made an oops. Because
it had to be. Well, I hope so. You know what I mean? I want to hope he'll be aiming for the back of the woman's neck. It's crazy.
Not exactly something easy to hit either, unless you're super close.
All right.
What a
marksman, right? What a hell of a way to start the year.
Yeah. So because it took us a bit to get everything loaded up right away. Here in about 10 minutes, we're gonna have to cut it and log back in because of the Zoom's time limit. But
gotcha.
I'm more interested on your perspective of 2020 as a whole, really.
So
just roll with it, brother.
So as a whole, the 2020, looking around and seeing what the world has gone through. I had this conversation with a friend of mine. 2020 really wasn't that bad for me. I've actually had a pretty good year, all considered everything that's going on. I was employed the whole time during the pandemic. So work never stopped. So I never had that, that stress of, do I get unemployment, or how I'm gonna make my rent, or things like that. So, I've been blessed in that state. It was a new move. Like, I just moved here like 3 months before the lockdown. All right. I had all these plans. I'm going to go out and meet new friends and meet people. That's probably been the hardest thing for me this year, is the isolation, because I wasn't able to go out and make friends. But, because of social media, I'm able to talk to old friends and engage with people and things like that. But no, it's not the same as building that camaraderie here and being able to just, spend face-to-face time with people. We pretty sure this year showed us how much we took that for granted, just spending that real quality time, right? So, again, this year really hasn't been that bad for me. The election was very interesting. It could have went either way, right? I'm glad we didn't have so much interference from another outside country this time. It was more, solely based on what the American people thought, as we think, right? I guess we got to see what happened with these future lawsuits and everything going on as far as election fraud. But when it comes to election fraud, those things, we talk about the same things every 4 years. Every election, it's like, oh, somebody rigged it. It was stolen this way. If this person gets elected, it's going to be anarchy and the world's going to end now because this person the president. And I don't get it. We do the same thing every 4 years, and people haven't caught on to that. And it's gotten so bad that we stormed the Capitol. You know what I mean? And then one thing that I did enjoy that I thought was very beautiful, and it happened because of a tragedy, but the outcome was very beautiful. And that was the worldwide interest in the George Floyd case. I've never seen, as a black man, I've seen plenty of police shootings, right? Because we're usually the ones who share it, right? It's shared in the black community. So we're used to seeing it, right? And you'll see a couple of protests in that city, maybe, or, a public figure might start some things in that city, but you never saw it nationwide like that all just happened and everyone come together. It was because of the pandemic, right? People really didn't have a choice, right? It was in their face, right? They didn't really have nothing else to do. So everyone got to really experience what we've experienced, throughout the years watching those things happen, right? This isn't the first time. It's just the first time the world has really had the same experience at the same time. They felt sorry for this man watching someone kneel on his neck for 8 minutes and him call out to his mom knowing that he's going to die, all right? But again, not only did it go nationwide, it went worldwide, right? We saw people in all other countries protesting for George Floyd, right? Again, I thought that was a beautiful moment just for humanity, right? I've never seen people come together for one thing like that. That wasn't such a large scale event. You know what I mean? Like the burning of the church that was overseas, or 9/11 or something like that, right? It was a small event that went worldwide. But that's pretty much, man, my 2020. Like I said, I had a good 2020. I can't complain on what happened in my life so far. You know what I mean? Something that I got into big this year was crypto as well. And it's funny because I've researched it all year, and there's so much going on in this space. You never hear anything about it. Like, it's never covered by the news. CNBC just started covering Bitcoin because it passed its all-time high of 20,000. Bitcoin is like $37,000 right now. In March, it was $4,000, right? The market cap for cryptocurrency just, for the first time today, went over $1 trillion. You know what I mean? In March, it was $250 billion. It went over $1 trillion today. Again, no one's talking about it because everything that's going on, and people really look into this and really start investing. You're talking about generational wealth. This is a very immature asset class that's building up, right? You got ones that are under $1, and if you look at their use case and how they're being used worldwide, they're going to be worth a lot of money. You know what I mean? You're talking about Amazon and Google in its early days. So, and that's been very interesting to me, just for me to research this and it's not being covered, and then you talk to people about it and people still think crypto's a scam. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. It's like, just do a little research.
I have a shitload of Dogecoin.
Do you?
I do.
Dogecoin.
Bro,
what's up.
It hit like on Saturday. It hit $1.50.
Mm-hmm. Did you sell any?
No, hell no.
No.
No, man. Like, once that shit hits, like, they're looking. Maybe at the most general, the most accurate, generous predictions. It may hit $1 once this year.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay.
You say you're okay with that?
Like, I'm a simple man. I don't like debt. I can cash out then and be good. You know, I'm pretty easy, you know, like pay off this house, pay off the car.
There you go. Live a life of solitude.
Continue wearing my shorts and t-shirts and not giving a damn about nothing.
There you go. That's the dream right there.
Hell yeah, man. I come from a place where corn was grown. I'm trying not to. All right, we're
from a legit cornfield.
All right, we're gonna cut and come right back, okay? So we're just gonna
cool beans.
We're gonna sign back out and jump back in, okay?
Hey, it's Warhorse. Do you want your workouts to look like this? Or do you want your workouts to slay? When Warhorse picks his pre-workout, he wants it to slay. If you want second place, go with somebody else. If you want to be a champion, go with Royalty Nutrition.
Hello.
And there we are. We're back, man.
Here we are. I just saw Ryan's pretty face on the Twitch stream.
Yeah, I had to get out of that real fast. Real fast. All set?
Oh, cool, man. Well, we're coming back. So, man, once we get this on the YouTube channel, Q, the Warhorse cuts are going to make a lot more sense.
Sounds good.
There's a independent professional wrestler who I hit up and I worked out something with him. Do you remember David Shalito?
Sounds familiar.
Shalito was one of my seniors. He was a machine gunner.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been working with his supplement company for years now. And so I worked out a deal with this professional wrestler, and he cut us a promo where it's him talking about how the pre-workout is the best thing he's ever taken, and your workouts suck without it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, just like a legit, like, painted up professional wrestler. Like, hey.
That fits you perfectly,
Dude. It's well, when I'm in the studio, the backdrop, I'm in a wrestling ring. So,
gotcha.
Oh, hey, not as much as things have changed, some things are still just the same.
As it should be, man. Never give up that childlike nature, right?
Oh no, hell.
Do you watch it?
Oh yeah. I mean, I do. I watch a lot more independent stuff now, and just random matches here and there. Mm-hmm. The WWE just hadn't put on a good product, man, and something that I can really get into in a while. So, I mean, they they obviously don't want me as a fan because I'm not.
Say obviously.
I mean, that's business. You make your content for who you want to watch, right?
That's true. Yeah, it's more for the younger generation, right?
You fucking punks don't know anything good.
They don't know shit.
Everything's sugar coated. Man, once a week on Raw, you had to be like, "Oh no, they're showing someone's boobs again." Now it's like, listen here, I'm gonna smack you so hard, you're gonna squirt tears.
Man, I haven't watched in forever. I remember I tried one day and like I said, I don't know who any of these people are. None of them look entertaining. I don't think I'm gonna watch it. Like, it's just ridiculous. Yeah, but back in the day, it's really good. I don't know. I don't know if it was just because I was a kid and it was cool, but it was just so much better to me.
They've taken and minimized the art of it. So like everything in the WWE is very scripted. Like even the matches are scripted. Like the room for improv has been cut to like, which is what made professional wrestling so cool back in the day. Because it was always like, what are they going to do next? Because not even the people backstage knew, So they like how it used to be was they tell them it's like, okay, you guys are going to go have a match and this guy wins. So you have 15 minutes. Well, okay, and they'd go out and work it, But now everything's like
right.
to.
Makes sense.
It is what it is. I mean,
because it feels that way. You know what I mean?
They're a multi-billion-dollar company that's public at this point, so I'm sure they have to control everything they can to
put out the best quality, right?
And I like professional wrestling like it was back in the day. Straight up carnival shit that made me excited. Just
exactly.
I'll watch.
Like you say, you never knew what was going to happen.
Well, I'll even go back even further, man. I'll go watch stuff from like the 70s and like the 80s where like guys were like doing legit wrestling moves and like real submissions that hurt. And you're like, oh, all right.
And their finishers was like body slams and leg drops.
Yeah. He punched him in the face. Like jumping off the top rope was illegal,
You're disqualified from jumping off the top rope.
Only the dirty bastard bad guys would use such a dastardly maneuver off the top rope.
My favorite were always the brass knuckles.
Oh yeah, or like the obviously just wrapped up like plastic spork and a bunch of medical tape that they pulled out of their trunks. He's got the foreign object.
Right. When they're in like a parking lot of a car dealership.
Next thing you know, that dude's just gushing. Like they cut the camera to him too quick, and you just see him.
Those were the days, man.
Oh, brother. So who back in the day do you still keep in contact with?
Still talk to Fernando. You remember Doc G? Yeah?
Of course I do.
Doc G. Ricky. Still talk to Ricky. I was just thinking of Derek Crawley. I like it. Usually, he posts every now and then. I haven't seen him post quite a while, so I need to reach out to him, make sure he's all right. Because I know he was going back and forth from Iraq because he was doing that private security.
Last I heard, he was done contracting and he was living in Florida. That's like
we haven't school.
Yeah. We haven't talked in a while, but Derek Wade, that dude's been my best friend since high school. That's how long we've known each other. We're actually like a buddy program that works.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and so he's contracting.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so he's contracting. He's telling. Yeah. Well, so after he got his divorce, he was just like, I don't even have to be here anymore. So that's what he's been doing. So
there it is. To do it now while you can, right?
Hell yeah. I mean, he's he's not married anymore. Didn't have any kids. Fuck it. He's he moved out.
I thought about it.
What's that?
I was saying I thought about it, yeah. When I didn't have a kid, yeah.
Every once in a while, it'll creep into my mind, and I'm like, I'd miss way too much. I've got Ruth is 18 months old. I've got another daughter on the way at the end of this month, and then
nice. Another daughter, bro. I have two stepdaughters and a stepson, and now I have two daughters of my own. Mm-hmm.
It's just a house full of estrogen, and it's God getting me back. Be a
house full of guns too, huh?
It's just God getting me back. It's all it is. It's you fucking whore here. Like,
the stumps.
Remember them Palm Springs trips, you skank?
Palm Springs, man. Oh my God, every weekend, Palm Springs.
Well,
nothing to do out there.
No, there you go. Got the Cali boy over here. Why don't you like Palm Springs, Paul?
Multiple reasons. One that is a very, very vivid memory of mine was a drug deal that went very, very wrong, and a shootout ensued, and almost got shot.
Jesus.
Yeah, that can make you.
In Palm Springs?
Palm Springs can suck a dick just like Bakersfield.
And Bakersfield, what Bakersfield do to you?
It grew meth. And we all know what meth does to people.
This is true.
And Bakersfield is the cause of that.
They grew meth.
It is. It's fucking armpit in California, bro.
You can go out and plow your meth fields for the incoming crop.
Bro, I'm not lying. Me and my brother, we were doing framing work out in Palm Springs and in Bakersfield. And we're talking like big ass homes, right? So anywhere from 7,000 to I think the biggest one we built took us just under a year was 18,000 square feet. But the reason why I bring this up is the area that these houses are being built, the amount of fucking cook sites that we saw was unbelievable.
That's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, dude. You'd be working at like 5:30 in the morning and you'd be seeing some fire like fucking 300-400 yards out in the distance.
I remember those days though, being out in the field, field training and seeing those fires. It was like, oh, meth lab just went up. That's crazy. That's funny because I was just gonna say that too.
Don't talk shit about beautiful 29 Palms like that.
Hey, I have good
29
Palms.
Oh, do you?
I do. Getting chased around by an MP because I had a pass.
Yeah, the one time you went. Like
Yep, the one.
Yeah, Paul came up with Howe and Frazier to see us when we got back from HIT.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, it was what, you, Fleming, and Uyghur, right?
Yeah. Well, all the boys that that moved out here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That's badass.
Back to the base.
That was a good time, Victory Field.
Yeah, Victory Field.
Yeah. I remember. So we got back from Ramadi, and that's when I remember the big coke ring that got busted.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so that was like the first drug I ever did was like coke, because we get back from the barracks and then all of a sudden there's just this coke everywhere. And I remember old Maxwell was like, "You gotta try some of this."
My boy Baker.
I'm 19. I'm 19 years old. I'm immortal. Why not?
Right, just got back from war.
and then it was just downhill from there, pretty much.
Was the coke ring within the military, or was it within Ramadi?
It was a bunch of Marines and some outside sources. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. Those guys did some time.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they
They
did.
brick time. They
So-
brick time.
Davis, the kid from India Company, I knew him from the School of Infantry, and he had like a hilarious Tony Montana pile of cocaine on his kitchen table when they went and kicked down his door. Like what? Like a car? You know what I'm talking about? The cartoon piles of coke. Why is this out like this?
Mm-hmm. Just rubbing his whole face in it.
And he was like, oh, "Come on, guy." So Nate Serrano's over here in the live chat. He said that actually explains a lot about Baker. Well,
Yeah. It does.
well, Max was the first guy I ever did hillbilly heroin with. You know what that is?
No, I don't. What's that?
So you take oxys. This is before they put like the time release bullshit in them.
Mm-hmm.
But they coated so you'd uncoat them and you'd crush them up and you put them. You'd cut a beer can in half, and you put the powder in there. You'd fill it with water, not like fill it, but just enough to mix the powder in, and then you'd take a cigarette filter just in case you didn't crush it up well enough. You know, you're trying to be safe, and then you'd cook it, and you draw it out through the cigarette filter, and then you'd have a shot of hillbilly heroin.
Let's say some hillbilly heroin. No, I've never heard of that one, man, but it doesn't surprise me that it was with Baker.
Well, I mean, he recently had some run-ins involving meth and some Aryan Nation folks. So, I mean, we don't talk anymore.
Oh, really? I haven't spoke to Baker. It's been like, I don't know, probably a few months ago I spoke to Baker on Facebook. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in like August, I believe. Yeah.
No, man, I'll tell you more about that offline, but yeah, until let's just say that until that dude gives me a sincere, real apology.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's because what went down before he actually got arrested was terrible.
Really?
I mean, well, he didn't do anything to a kid.
Talk offline.
Yeah, he didn't do anything to like a kid or anything, but it wasn't good. But
Is it who I know?
Gotcha.
yeah, we've talked about that.
Okay. All right. I was trying to back up. All right.
Yeah, because remember I was all fucked up about it for a while.
Yeah, you're fucked up.
Yeah, Q. I was getting money together to go out to Arkansas to go find him and wrestle him.
Really?
Yeah,
That
and wrestle him into a rehab kind of shit.
Damn.
Yeah, it was not good. So I mean, if he's doing good, that's great. I mean, I hope he does well.
Right.
I hope he gets his shit together, and I hope he lives a wonderful and prosperous life. Because I mean, I do love the guy. I just can't fuck with him.
Right.
So,
yeah, sometimes you got to cut people out your life, man. It's just a part of getting older, really. You know what I mean? Everyone good to you is not good for you, right?
no. Nate says, last time I saw him was after we got blown up and flown to that Army hospital.
That was a long time ago.
That's a very long time ago. That was shit, 2008, right? Or into 2009, maybe.
Was I still in? I think I was getting out. So yeah, it'd be 2009.
Oh, that was in hit. That was in hit.
So it had to be 07, 08 then.
Okay.
Yeah, because I left Japan in '07, and yeah, because we deployed in '07. Because I left Japan, they was like, "Hey, welcome back. You're going to Iraq." I was like, "All right." And a month later, I was going to Iraq. I was like, "Okay, cool." Because I had just got with you guys. I didn't know anybody. Right? Like, you guys got a new doc.
I remember you showed up. So this all of a sudden, this tall, lanky ass black dude shows up. He's wearing his 8-point cover down here like a regular hat. already looking like he doesn't give a shit. I want to get to know this guy.
Because here's the thing, I had already been there for a few years.
Yeah, this man's speaking to my aesthetic.
So he knows he's like a boot. It's like, I like his style.
Yeah, this dude shows up speaking my language already. You gotta get to know this man.
I can't remember his name. Oh, it's gonna make me mad now. I can't remember. Who's the redhead? You remember he worked in the armory when we got back from hit.
Man, the only redhead I'm remembering is Walker, but he was in Kilo Company.
It was most likely Walker then, because it was right when we were deploying. Because someone sent Walker to go and ground fight me. Because I remember I was just laying down in my rack, minding my business. He came over, started punching me. I was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" Well, and then everyone was like, "Fight him back, Doc."
Walker looked like Sloth from the Goonies.
Then it was definitely Walker then. He looked like Sloth from the Goonies.
He did.
Oh, man.
I still talk to him every now and again. He's funny. Oh, are you thinking of? No, you're thinking about the boot, man. Oh, Christ, what is his name? I know exactly who you're talking about.
Boot there?
Yeah. Maybe. Shit. Because Myers was working in the armory. And he got taught by Smith. Come on.
Use that brain of yours.
Fuck. I used to read and memorize the roster, and I can't remember nobody's name anymore.
You're getting old, man.
Yeah, I've just got too much up here in this computer. I gotta do a data dump or something. Have a stroke and start over.
That's what it is. Say have a stroke and start over. Is that how you do it? Is how you reboot yourself?
Isn't that how it's done? You're the guy with like the medical knowledge over here.
Man, I got so far away from medical when I got out to Navy. I was like, the hell with that, man. It wasn't for me. But it wasn't bad, you know.
No,
but hitting Haditha.
I'll tell you, there were some morons that came through there towards the end. Like, you're the corpsman? You're the corpsman taking over? Fuck. I hope that, man, I really hope this war is over.
He said, "This is who we're relying on, huh?"
Cool. Well, so I went and did that, that live tissue course that you're not supposed to do because it's unethical to pigs or whatever. And
TCCC.
Yeah, my partner through that whole thing was TC Holbert.
Oh, TC. Yeah, the old Marine the old corpsman turned Marine.
Yep. And then, hi, babe. But then the instructors, thank you, sweetheart. The instructors cut our pig's whole ass leg off, and they're like, find the femoral. And me and TC just looked at each other and were like, fuck this pig.
Yo, so anyone who doesn't know about this course is, like you said, very unethical. It's fucked up. They basically just have you fuck these pigs up and fix them over and over, and it's just the same pig. They'll cut it, they'll turn around and shoot it, they'll stab it, and it's just like, here, fix it, until the pig dies. And it was very fucked up. You know what I mean? Like they'll turn around and shoot the pig with a shotgun and be like, "Here you go, fix something." Like,
hey, we blew this pig's face off.
Missing half his body.
Give this pig a trach.
It's like, man, you know that's a sign of a serial killer. You over here torturing these little animals, bro.
Been making folks like sew them up. So
I'm gonna watch.
Well, see, and then like they couldn't do anything.
So
like,
weird.
Like they couldn't even send those pigs off to process them or whatever to like make the meat useful because they were so drugged up. So it was just a terribly pointless exercise. But you know what?
I see why they stopped it.
But Paul, you know what? If you ever get like a real bad cut and your like intestines are sticking out, I can put them shits back in.
Bro, if that's happening, I'm fucking taking the bullet.
No, let me save you, dude. Let me save you. I've been waiting my whole life for this. I took that course and then like there's like farts.
Nothing happened.
Slice me up. Slice me up. Do it.
Oh, hey, Nate's asking, do you remember Bollinger? Hey, Nate, the name of that corpsman you're talking about is Bollinger. He was...
fucking Lurch.
Yeah, he's over here in Twitch.
That's a funny antidote.
he's over here talking about we had to go do that training mission in the middle of the desert, and that Newton guy broke his leg, so he jumped in the trench and had his morphine pen upside down and stabbed himself in the pen with it.
Stabbed in the thumb.
And then
he was like, "Yep, these are the guys we sent to Afghanistan." Oh man, he made me. I had to turn his fucking room upside down one day, man. He made me so bad.
That dude smelled. That dude smelled so bad. Like even in Iraq, you're like, fuck. Like, how are you out?
That's somebody who didn't give a shit.
Like, how are you out stinking this?
He didn't care about anything. That man was a young hippie. To his name. Like, I don't know how he ended up in the military.
He fell in, and they were like, okay.
Well, the best of the best, baby. Tip of the spear. Fucking Bollinger, man.
I talked to Stephen Brown probably last year. I need to hit him up.
Nice. He's still in Texas with the family?
Yeah, I think he's still a cop out there. And last time I hit him up because they were executing a warrant on a house, and a dude shot him.
What?
Yeah, he's doing okay.
I'm glad to hear.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's still got like use of everything, and he's still copping around. So I mean,
there you go.
I'm sure he thinks about that from time to time because one would.
All right.
But
you know, any stop you do now, you think about it.
Yeah, I think he's still married to the same lady he has been. They have 2 girls, unless they have more since the last time we talked. I got off of Facebook, man. So all I got is the messenger.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I got off for a while during the last election just because it's like every time you go in there, it was all negative. You know, you find yourself arguing with people over dumb stuff that don't really matter. And it's good to take a break. So you off completely, or you just taking a break?
Well, no, I'm off completely. It's been the best thing for me. Well, before I started to slow my brain down and really think about stuff before I said it. You know, I'd always say a lot of ignorant shit sometimes just for the laugh. You have a video of it.
That's why I share it every so often. Gotta remind you.
Hey, this motherfucker, he's gonna try and be a politician one day. Fuck this guy.
It's gonna be a commercial.
I'm just waiting. I'm waiting.
Oh man.
I'll do like I'll get famous for something. You're like, nah, get back here to humble land.
But have you seen this?
Get back here to humble land where you belong, man. White trash kid.
Come back. One of us crabs in a barrel. Come back down.
So yes, Paul, there is video evidence that would cancel me. It does exist.
You said that would cancel. Yeah.
Yeah.
It probably would cancel you.
For sure. It for sure would.
You forget, Jake. I've heard it live, firsthand from your mouth.
Yeah, I wasn't intelligent. This is funny.
See, Q, what Jake hasn't mentioned is I used to serve Jake alcohol when he was underage and wasn't able to drink legally in the bars.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
So you know young drunk Jake.
Oh, I know drunk Jake very well. And drunk Jake would end up in the fucking corner of Margarita Rocks just shit-faced.
Can't say I'm all too surprised, Jake.
Where's your shirt?
And that's not even to start talking about all the stories of the station.
Dude, if you should have come and visited us when we were all living at that apartment complex in Tempe, man.
Oh,
Oh man, I wanted to. I was supposed to for one event, man. We never made it down.
it's probably a good thing because you probably would have caught an STD or something.
That's why Jesus invented amoxicillin. Science.
The amount of
Shout out to Jesus.
The amount of filth and shame that went up among that apartment community is unfathomable.
Well, for the longest time, like my next tattoo was I was going to get, like those shitty block letters. I was going to get shameless across my entire chest and like junk ass block letters.
Thank God you didn't.
And then I'd sober up and I'd be like, that's dumb. And then I'd get real drunk and I'd be like, Thank God that trigger was never pulled, man. Oh, I was so dumb. Man.
Thank God, indeed.
I'll trump that, though. You're talking to a guy that almost had a swastika branded on him. That's how dumb I was. Thank God I didn't do that shit.
Thank God, indeed. Huh?
Paul, how come every time we're around people that are not white, you have a real awkward stance?
No, not awkward at all.
What are you trying to hide, Paul?
No, I'm completely mesmerized. I'm going to be 100% gay right now. I don't give a shit, but I'm completely mesmerized by your voice. It's intoxicating.
See, I told you guys it's that chocolate velvet smooth voice, My whole life, people have told me I've got a face for radio. So, God had to give me something. Here it is. I remember when I was a kid, man, I used to answer the phone and people thought I was a girl. So it's a very big difference. I don't know how I ended up with this voice. But, again, shout out to Jesus.
How do you go from a 15-year-old girl to James Earl Jones? Like, how the fuck does that happen?
I don't know, man. Hashtag blessed.
I don't know. Have you ever seen that show Cobra Kai?
Of course.
Oh, thank God. Okay, and so I'm old, and so and I did martial arts for 18 years. So Karate Kid was very nostalgic.
Nice.
This show I thought did an incredible job on how they directed everything, how they did the plot, the storyline. Everything was just fucking incredible. Well, the last season, me and my fiance, we binged it. And there's how Johnny, he's like not a part of, today's time and shit. And the whole hashtag, he's like, yeah, number sign me. And it's like, wait, what?
You know, kids don't even know that. Like the pound, kids don't even know. It's hashtag. You know what I mean?
Yep, exactly.
You tell them, hey, dial pound on that phone. They wouldn't know what to do.
Is that the star or the hashtag button?
The star, the hashtag button is crazy.
These goddamn kids.
That times change.
Yeah. Speaking of kids, boys, I want to stay on here as much as I can, but I got 6 kids screaming on the other side of that door wanting some s'mores right now.
Fuck them kids.
Hey, man.
Hey, kids, Jake has something to say to you. Here, come here, kids. Jake wants to say something. Go ahead, Jake.
I don't know those kids. I can't do that. See, there's that maturity we were talking about.
There you go.
Exactly.
You passed the tip.
Oh, man. Oh, are you on Twitter at all, Q?
I saw him take his headphones off.
No, oh, I said, yeah. Are you on Twitter at all?
Gotcha. What you said?
Are you on Twitter at all?
No, I haven't been.
So I was watching C-SPAN, and good night. I love you. Come here. Say good night.
Good night.
Love you. Good night, too cool for school, kid. I love you too. You smell like cheese.
You smell like cheese.
Love yours. Good night.
I keep him on his toes.
Well, that's the 12-year-old. He's 12 going on 20. Knows everything and too cool to hang out. Yeah. All right. So I was watching C-SPAN all day, live, watching it all go down, and just refreshing Twitter, just watching the storm. And they suspended Trump's account finally.
Yeah, I heard that for 24 hours.
Jesus Christ. It took them 4 years.
Today was the last straw. Like, okay.
So y'all are causing legit anarchy, and we need to slow this down. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm still blown away by it. Like, I can't believe that happened today. What kind of message that sent to the rest of the world?
That we're all crazy over here.
We
Hey, bro.
lost our shit over here.
We got less than 5 minutes on the old streamy poo. So why don't you tell people where they can find you real quick, if you want them to find you.
Yeah, if they want to follow me, I don't really post a lot. I'm trying to work on that and change that this year. You can follow me on Instagram at _Negro-Lorian. That's right. Instead of Mandalorian, put Negro in front of it. _Negro-Lorian.
There you go. Follow Doc Q, everybody. Anyway, this has been the Sober Swole podcast. Thank you for listening. Hey, Q, if you want, I'll fill you in after we make sure we're not live anymore.
Sounds good, brother.
All right. Well, thanks, everybody.
Q, man, it was a pleasure meeting you, brother.
Pleasure meeting you too, man. Enjoy those s'mores. Have one for me.
Who's that sexy voice? Yeah, see, my fiance just said
Bye.
sexier voice.
Hey, it's Warhorse. Do you want your workouts to look like this? Or do you want your workouts to slay? When Warhorse picks his pre-workout, he wants it to slay. If you want second place, go with somebody else. If you want to be a champion, go with Royalty Nutrition.
Your thing, right? I spread all the gossip.